Broski.
What's good, son?
I don't know. We got to talk about. I heard he was playing League of Legends today.
Oh, you saw me
I
playing League
heard.
today?
That's why I was like, yo, the blood moon must be fucking mooning because my man's just. What happened? What
I'll
happened?
tell you right now. That was my first game of League in like 6 months, and that game has not changed. It still pisses me off.
What were the results? What were you doing?
The results where I got fucking my ass handed to me by some dude that was playing like 6 leagues above his actual rank, carrying his friend, and I was like, okay, this game is exactly as I remember it.
So you played a ranked game and that's how it went.
I played 2 with a friend.
He said, "I
And
need another hit of that, and I need another hit of disappointment."
No, so me and him were playing Valorant at first, and we just lost every game. So he's like, "All right, let's try League out." We keep losing, and then we lost every game on League.
Oof.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm defeated. I can't get away."
Going from Valorant to being like League, yeah, that's tough.
He said, "I'm gonna go touch grass."
Yeah.
Now.
What role were you?
Jungle.
Okay, back to back, both games.
Yes, and I got shit on both.
I feel like
games.
you was pulling out your Jensen moves or what, dog?
No, I can't blame my teammates. I can't do nothing. I can't blame Nicolas. He wasn't there.
You just gotta admit defeat. It's like that's fucking mad funny.
It was a wrap.
So funny.
It was a wrap.
That extra third bush be fucking shit up, yo.
Bro, did you see? Speaking of League, you know MSI, their mid-season tournament that they do, like the Worlds, the mid-season Worlds. That's like not as important.
Yeah,
they just don't give a shit about it anymore. If you look at the like past promotions they've done for it in previous years, like they would hype it up. There was a theme, like you know how every year League does a theme for their events. Yeah. This just had like no theme.
Boy, that theme's going to the Saudis, dog. They bought a tournament.
Yeah, but the esports bubble kind of burst, right?
Like, in what way? I don't know.
The amount of money you can make.
Yeah, but the motherfuckers in Abu Dhabi are like, here's like $50 million and come play a tournament.
Oh, dude, that Saudi Arabian prince will pay you
what?
Fucking. Oh my god!
I remember just seeing a Reddit thread about everyone being like butthurt about it or whatever.
Who cares if the Saudis want to get in on it?
No, they were just like, oh, Riot has been such Nazis about fucking not letting third-party companies like host events or whatever. Like, so they're like the one that they finally let happen is like the dirty oil money.
It's really annoying.
It's like not funny.
It's really annoying that Riot doesn't let anyone else do it because I'll be honest with you, they're not great at it.
That's what everyone was saying. So they were just like flabbergasted that.
Well, when Riot first got big into esports, and because you know Riot obviously pioneered not that they didn't pioneer esports, but obviously League is the biggest esport, or at least it was, right, at its peak. And when they first went into franchising back in season 3, the guy they got to be the commissioner of the LCS or like of the Riot marketing that was going to take care of how the World League and everything would work, he was some important dude in like I think the NBA scene because they had close ties with basketball. Yeah, and then they had one dude. You and I spoke about this years ago from the NHL.
I mean,
right? So they got all these guys from traditional sports that they brought into esports to help them with the marketing since they had experience doing it with real sports. And it translates a little bit, but obviously, like, these guys don't know anything about fucking video
they're
games.
just there for their money. That's why they're there. It's not like it wasn't like Steph Curry like buying 10% of C9 and like doing cool stuff or whatever. It's just like, all right, here's like this player from the 90s. That was all right.
They're making the same mistake with Valorant that they did with League because a lot of people prefer when it's just tournament style. Not a lot of people are a big fan of like having a regular season, right? And Valorant, that's how it started, was just with tournaments. But now they started franchising in Valorant. So there's, you know, a regular season and playoffs and all that stuff. But no one's really happy about it. They prefer the CSGO strategy. You know the Counter-Strike strategy. There's no fucking regular season. There's just fucking tournaments.
Yeah, tournaments are definitely more exciting. And it's like...
You can't do it the same way as traditional sports. Really.
I mean, even in traditional sports, they're trying to switch it up. Like in basketball, there's like a in-season tournament. So like the first like 2 months.
Well, soccer does it more, right? Like soccer clubs do that a lot more, right?
There's different yeah, different like cups and Euro cups and fucking there's like six different trophies that they're all chasing within their league and then outside the leagues and stuff, which makes it more exciting. And well, their regular season's way cooler than like over here because over there if you suck for long enough you get demoted like in league to like the second tier league and then you got to work your way back up to get unregulated.
Regulation.
Yeah.
Regulation. That's what league used to have.
Yeah.
So if you remember, like back in league's early days, when they first started doing the regular season thing, the bottom two teams would be up for regulation against the top two teams from the league below that and had a chance to lose their spot.
Yeah.
But the moment they did franchising, when teams paid millions of dollars for their spots, they can just throw the season
Yeah.
and not
Yeah,
really give a shit.
exactly.
That was a big drama thing that happened last year in league.
That's
Where a team just like didn't really give a shit and threw the split, and they ended up getting caught and had to like sell the team.
yeah, that's wild. But yeah, it's annoying. It's like in back on baseball, like the Marlins and like the A's, like they spend like $20 million on a whole team and then they get revenue from the other teams because it doesn't matter. But in like Europe, like your ass gets fucking demoted, like fuck out of here. So it's like,
You remember when we went to Sweden?
yeah, dude.
At that cafe, bro? Every kid at that cafe wanted to be a pro.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my god.
yeah, that cafe was fuego.
That was pretty dope. Every kid played hockey and Counter-Strike.
Yes, the Euros love fucking CS. Even in like the fucking war in Ukraine and shit in Russia, because they're both massively into it, bro. Their bombs are dropping right next to them, and they got a PC going, fucking playing. I'm like, yo,
They're like, I'm connected to Starlink. I still got internet.
dead
I'm playing
ass,
fucking
yo.
league.
They're like, fuck it, we tapping heads. I'm just like, yo, that's crazy. But yeah, I like tournament style better than season.
Oh, for sure. It definitely makes it more exciting.
Do like 4 a year and make it lit.
Whatever. So leagues are actually going to go back to not an old format. It's a format Korea does where it's best 2 out of 3 for regular season games. Mm-hmm. So let's say it's Cloud9 versus TSM, which I think TSM's not even in the league anymore. They're pretty sure they went off to China.
For what?
For but let's say it's like for league. Okay. The TSM owner skamazed all his fans basically.
That's fucking hilarious.
Let's say it's like a C9 versus TSM game, and TSM wins the first game. Then they have to play another, and then if C9 wins, it's a best 2 out of 3. But whoever wins the best 2 out of 3 gets 1 win on their record, on their regular season record.
Yeah, I get it. But
that's what Korea does, and League did it, and that's why it's not why Korea is the best region. They're the best region because their players
are just better.
Treat the game like an actual sport. They're just better. Because you know how it is in Korean culture. The Koreans actually treat it like a real sport. They have practice regimens. Not that NA pros don't, but I don't think it's anywhere near the same as the Koreans.
Their discipline's on another level.
But one of the things one of the main attributes they say is why Korea's better is because in their league they do best 2 out of 3s.
I mean, I guess. I mean, because you have to find different ways to be good. Because instead of just playing one game or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I kind of get it. I kind of get it. I personally like it, but I can see like the reason they got rid of it for a while is because it was too many games. Because imagine
it has to be like 5 games in a season, or like 8.
Yeah,
tops.
It has to be a short season because if you don't have too much time to watch, one game a week is 45 minutes. If you're watching, if you have to watch a best 2 out of 3 for one team,
I one time I couldn't sleep. I was up till like 6:30, and them shits was still going. I'm like, yo.
Well, to be fair, that's when it was in like China.
Yeah, it doesn't Faker play in the Korean LCK? No.
Yeah, but those games start at like 4 in the morning.
Like 3.
Yeah, probably like 3:30 then. Maybe that's when their first game starts.
Some shits be going on forever. I'm like, dude,
bro. Yeah, but to them, it's only like it's not even.
No, I know. I just meant from a time standpoint of like how long a set goes for. Like it can go for a long time.
I know. And that's only game time is only what average of 40 minutes. That's not even including getting on stage and getting
Then
set up,
champ
talking
select,
with the
then
coach, draft
fucking
pick.
everything. Like, yeah, that shit adds up. That's at least like three
Bro,
hours. Because, I mean, the series we went to in the city, that was super cool. That was like fucking
that was
six
really cool.
hours. It was so long.
Yeah. But it was a
It
good
was
time. That
amazing,
was a
but
good
it's
time though.
like, yo, like, imagine an NFL
I'd like
game.
to go
Yeah,
back.
that'd be fun. I would definitely go. Imagine a Super Bowl being 7 hours long, 6 hours long. That'd be crazy.
Oh my god. Yeah, word. If they do a best of 5 and it goes to all 5
That
games,
shit is so long.
that's
That
at
shit
least a
was
7 hour
so
event.
long. Yeah, I loved it. It was great. I was just like, yo,
I remember the bar that was serving beer closed down
yeah, that
during
shit
like
was
the last
mad
game.
long. I was like, yo. The only other thing I've done that was just as long, well, two is WrestleMania and then UFC. Like the UFC, if you start from like the beginning to the end, it's like it's a long ass time. But then I was like, yo, it's
Dude.
crazy. But yeah,
Oh
when's the
my.
next I guess summer's done, right? So is Worlds like the next thing?
So MSI is going
Oh,
on. Summer's not done. Spring
oh,
is
spring, my
done.
bad.
MSI is starting. The top team for the spring split from each region goes, and then it's summer split, and then it's Worlds. So MSI is just the top seed from each region, and then Worlds is top.
No,
Worlds
yeah.
was top 3 from each region, but some regions can get 4 now. Like I think Korea could have 4 teams
I mean,
now.
they should.
I mean, to be fair, Korea's 4th place team is still better than NA's
But
first place
that's
team.
like the motherland of league, no?
Oh, I'm not kidding when I say that. That's not
No,
hyperbole.
yeah.
Korea's 4th place team is better than North America's first place team.
Yeah,
It's not even close.
their levels are crazy. Like certain Japanese baseball players like that too. Like they're just levels
Yeah.
way better. Yeah, because they take it the same
Oh
way where they're
man.
doing 15-hour days every day.
I mean, a lot of NA pros get super offended when you say that they don't train the same as the Koreans. And maybe that's true for some of them, but I would say because there's a lot of trolls in North America, especially in the challenger scene, there's a lot of trolls and account selling and people throwing games.
People being
You go to
American,
Korea, everyone wants to be a pro there.
yeah. So everyone's playing.
But yo, if you've ever watched Korean solo queue, they're fucking toxic, bro. If I'm kidding, I kid you not. Over the smallest thing, like if you don't leash the jungler, he's gonna tell you to kill yourself and your family, and then
That's
go
what happens
AFK the
when you
rest of
play
the game.
17
They,
hours a
yo,
day and you're on game 23.
yeah, man, they're fucking nuts in Korea. And the crazy thing too in Korea though, and it's funny because here's the funny thing. That really happens, right? A lot. Where like during the first 5 minutes of a game, if you even do the slightest things in like the top elo that they don't like, they'll just AFK. You're like that. That's it. No argument. And then the game's already over. But because people are so decisive about quitting the games could be over in 5 minutes, and then boom, you just on to the
Yeah,
next one.
I could live with that, but the 35-minute fucking throws, like, oh, it's just soul
Well,
crushing.
I don't mind playing a 35-minute game as long as
No,
everyone's
that's what I
trying.
mean.
But when you play a
And then
35-minute game and
in
someone's just being a
team,
dick the whole time,
it's
it's
just
like
like,
I'm stuck in
bruh,
here with this fucking guy.
what the fuck? It's just the worst feeling.
Oh, speaking of which, did you see they're adding? So you know how Valorant has that anti-cheat system that's like super intrusive on computers.
Honestly, no, I didn't know that because I don't play the game,
They're adding it to League.
so how does that even work?
So they call it Vanguard. It's Riot's anti-cheat system that gets kernel level access to your computer. Basically, it can control the brain of your computer if they wanted. Not obviously Riot's not going to, but God forbid, who knows? They're owned by China. I'm not gonna say anything more on
Are
it.
they? Ooh, I didn't
But
know that. That's
yeah,
spicy.
they're owned by China. Riot's owned by China. Tencent, I'm pretty sure is the company. You know Tencent. Everyone owns Tencent.
Uh,
They're like a major. I'm pretty sure they're a majority stakeholder or they own it.
uh,
They're not
I'm
even publicly
living under
traded.
the
Sorry, they're
rock,
private.
so I don't know.
But yeah, so they made a super intrusive anti-cheat system. And by the way, people still hack in Valorant, so that didn't do
There's
shit.
always a workaround.
And yeah, there's always a workaround. And now they're putting it in League. And the funny thing is, as soon as they put it in League, like everyone's computer started blowing up. Apparently, it just wasn't working.
That's so crazy.
I don't
They
know.
could just fucking dead your computer if they wanted to.
Yeah,
You
right.
just fry your shit. Oh, you're fucking cheating. All right, let's just zap your fucking PC. Oh, Riot be
Uh
scheming.
and it's not even like that with like Counter Strike. Counter Strike has anti cheat that's not that intrusive, but I mean they also have a very big hacker problem.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like any PC
Well,
game is like that for the most part.
I've used the third party ranking systems that exist in Counter Strike, ESCA and Face It. Those are two third party. They're like their own launcher that has like its own ranking system in it. So you go onto this launcher and it's got its own cool UI with leaderboards, a quick play button, and all that. And like I said, with the Counter Strike community servers, it connects to those. So like they constructed community servers on Counter Strike to feel like a tournament, so it actually feels like ranked play, and it connects to that launcher. So like when you do quick play on that app, you can launch the game from that app to like join the lobby in game for like the tournament
That's
or
cool.
whatever, or the for your ranked quick play. And then when that match is over, it'll automatically back in the launcher like show who won, and all the stats from the game are still recorded because everything in the community server you can still keep track of all the stats like headshot accuracy, all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's dope.
you can still get all your stats,
Yeah.
and their rank systems are better than the like original games, and their anti cheats better too, because you have to. There's a free tier and then there's a paid tier of those two launchers, and like all the pros play ranked on like the paid tier of those
So what do you
launchers.
just get your stats for it? Like, is that what you pay for? So you can get your like, what's the difference from the free?
Well, if you pay, you'll probably have less hackers if people are
Oh, I
paying.
see.
You'll probably their anti cheat. The anti cheat I think applies to all tiers, but the anti cheat's pretty good on them. And the just the way they distribute the ranks, I think, is better than the original.
Okay. So why do you?
It's kind of
No, we're
like
gonna say go.
it's kind of like the standard. Like the pros, they'll play quick play on the one that's built into the game, but not as often as those third party ones.
Hmm.
Like Face It holds tournaments too. Face It's a pretty big one. They hold some pretty big CS:GO tournaments. They make a lot of
And
money.
that's one of the ranked servers or whatever.
Yeah, it's their ranked servers.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
They were doing vote. They were doing map voting before CS:GO 2 had it. So like in CS2, everyone's in a lobby before. Like you in old Counter Strike, you would just press ranked. It would queue you into a game, and you'd already be on a map. So the map was already selected. Everyone just loaded into the map, right? And when you played on the third party ranked games, everyone would do quick play. You go into the lobby and meet your team. You had one person who was the captain of the
Hmm.
team, and everyone would vote on what map they want to play. But first, you would vote on what maps you want to ban, and then you would vote on what map you wanted to play, which was pretty cool.
Hmm.
And in they didn't add that till CS2, like in the game.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're
So they were
saying.
ahead of the curve.
That's dope. And why does Valve isn't mad about it? Like they're cool with it. They don't care.
Well, that's why those community maps are there for a reason, right? Like that sandbox mode, they put that there so people can do their own creative
I
stuff.
mean, like the
It's
ranked
not like
stuff where people are spending money on that, or do they get a cut of it?
no. Oh, that I don't know. That's not a question for me.
Because like, what's stopping like League from doing that?
Uh, a lot of things. So I'll give you an example. They tried it with Valorant and it doesn't work as good. So it works really good for Counter Strike because with the community servers, you can use like the API and code pretty well to do a lot of things automatically. Because if you're the player, because remember, all right, here's a good example. Do you remember MLG gaming
No, yeah, of
tournaments
course. How
back in the day?
what?
Remember how like when you won, you had to manually record on the website that
Yeah,
you won and
yeah.
even take proof
Or
evidence
like game
just in
battles.
case they tried to pull
Yeah,
some shit.
fucking terrible.
Yeah, game battles. So no user like that's not a fun user experience for a game, right?
Mm.
So in Valorant, they tried doing it that way because remember, there's no community maps in Valorant. So there's no API you can connect to with Valorant for it to know that you won the game right away and all that. Those are all privately owned by Riot, right? So, a player is going to have to manually go onto a Discord server. That's what they were using. The Valorant pros had a Discord server, and that's where they would write down
So they're doing it
everything.
manually.
Yeah.
Yo, that's dedication.
Well, ranked in Valorant was bad for a while, and that's why they had that. And the pros did it, but I don't know if they still use it. I don't think they use it as much, if at all, anymore. It's a hassle,
I respect the
When
hustle.
you're a user, you just want to automatically
Yeah,
play the
you want
game,
to see
right?
what
Like,
it
how
is.
much do you really want to
Yeah,
do? The reason it works for Counter Strike is because those launchers can connect to the public stuff that Counter Strike gives them and do everything automatically, right? So it's so much easier.
yeah. And I'm guessing it's older code too.
Well, CS2 is all new.
So
CS2,
they
I'm pretty
didn't
sure
like.
it's a whole new engine. They did it in the Source 2 engine.
Okay, so yeah, then that kind of discredits that.
Oh well. But in other news, broski, I know you're hyped for this. College football's coming back.
Whoa, word. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what level of disappointment we'll get. But there's some cool shit happening in the game.
Well, it's EA. That's my only concern. Is it's EA. Are we gonna get college football Ultimate Team?
Oh, that's 1000% happening. It's not even a question. What? What? Hell yeah.
Oh
So
my
like
god.
now, like if you wanna opt in, like there's like you sign a contract basically, and you get $600 to be in the game. That's
Oh, that's literally what it is. EA Sports has offered football subdivision players a minimum of $600 and a copy of EA Sports to be featured in the
yeah,
game.
to use their likeness.
More than 10,000 players have accepted. $600 times 10,000. What is that? 6 million? Or am I stupid? I am stupid. I think it's 600,000.
You said how many people?
But it says a minimum of $600, so the top ranked
I think
college players probably get way more.
no, no. If most case like $1,200, there's no way they're getting paid that much. Now they get paid through
That's still
contracts now.
criminal. Do they should get way more money than
They
that.
get this, so now these like these chick women basketball players are making bank. They're making like
Yeah?
5 mil a
Oh
year.
yes. In college basketball, you said, right? What's her name that starts with a
Caitlin
C?
Clark.
Yes, the one that said like she plays PlayStation 5 and stuff like that.
I don't even know that she
Yeah, I saw a gaming news thing where she was like, I play video games too. But no, I saw the funniest joke that said, what did it say? As soon as she leaves college basketball to the WNBA, she's going to take a pay cut.
nah, it's beyond a pay cut. She's gonna be making like 80K, maybe 200K.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just fail your classes and stay in college.
Yeah, they were making so much more money in college. Like it's crazy.
50 Cent's involved in that shit, right?
And what?
College basketball for women. I thought he was paying someone money.
He might sponsor somebody,
50
or
Cent.
like I don't know what the fuck he be doing.
All right, I'm not
But
gonna find
yeah,
it.
like she just signed like a Nike deal, so she's gonna be making like 20 million bucks over like 8 years or whatever.
Good for her. That's a
So
lot of
yeah,
money.
like a lot of the WNBA players were just trying to shit on her and trying to like fucking cut her under, and I'm like, yo, she's basically making women's basketball so lit, and you're hating on it. Like that makes no sense.
I know. Let them live their best
Like
life.
it's man, you know how it is. Caddy.
I know you didn't want to talk about this, but my hopes are you see look at my fingers. My hopes are right here, slightly up, just a little bit. But the new Black Ops that a Treyarch is making,
I don't know nothing about it. What's been announced about it,
I don't know.
or just only that's been announced?
So I mean, it's a Treyarch's first attempt at it in 4 years, right? They had 4 years to work on it. So I don't think they've revealed anything. I think the only thing they got leaked was pre-order details, of course. Let me guess, pay $80 and play the game 3 days early.
That and a shitty ass skin.
There's a character returning from Black Ops Cold War. Don't care, didn't play it. And a zombie. Oh, a zombies pre-order, of course.
So it's
I don't
been
know.
4 years since the new zombies thing has popped off.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they did zombies in one of the Modern Warfares, and it wasn't
I
fun.
feel yeah.
It looked. They added like way too much to it. You remember how zombies was simple? There was a random loot box, guns you could buy on the wall,
Pack a
and there was
punch,
Pack a Punch. Remember Pack a Punch?
and then your
And
perks.
you could buy the
That's
perks.
about it.
Yeah, that's it. Now there's like 20 different things. I was watching someone play it, and I was getting a headache. And I'm like, I know I'm not that old. What the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, they overcomplicate it.
I don't like when they overcomplicate. They do the same in League, man. They come out with all these new champs in League where it's like a paragraph to read what their Q does.
And it's like,
What
what
the
is
fuck
that?
am I
What is
looking
that for? Like, what is that? Like, what are we getting to? Like,
at? They do. It's just it's oversaturation, and they do the same thing in like let's say you're a new player playing World of Warcraft. Even me, let's say you're me, a returning player going into World of Warcraft. Your icons on your top right corner of your buffs and debuffs is just going to be filled across your fucking screen with like 30 things, and you're like, the fuck is going on? It's it's oversaturation because these games have been out for over a decade. That's why.
oh, it's they need to move on, create something cool, new.
Yeah, like WoW too. That'd be nice.
Yo, maybe in 20 years, maybe.
No, they'll be on expansion 30 by that point.
I mean, you're probably not wrong, but Microsoft's gonna have to fucking do something because
Oh no, they're not doing anything. Didn't you hear that? Microsoft said they're just letting Blizzard be Blizzard.
whatever the fuck that
There was,
means.
there was a funny tweet where someone said Microsoft hasn't told Blizzard to do anything. They just said, "We'll let Blizzard be Blizzard." Roxy, and everyone was tweeting saying, "Yeah, that's the problem with Blizzard."
Like, what? I don't, he's gonna be swimming in the fucking pool in a circle for fucking 20 years doing nothing. I mean, don't weren't they supposed to have a new IP or something coming out?
Yeah. What
Yeah,
Blizzard? No, they have. Well, they have the DLC we spoke about for Diablo 4 and the expansion for World of
I
Warcraft.
know, but weren't they working on a new IP?
Yes, I think it's a survival. It's a survival horror or survival thriller game. Let me see. Blizzard survival IP. They didn't scratch it, did they? It's called Odyssey,
Mm-mm.
but
I haven't heard shit about it though in a long time. I feel like
I'm not sure if that got scrapped. I think they canceled
I
it.
wouldn't be surprised. That's so trash. They don't
I
make
don't know.
nothing.
No, they don't. Even like this whole War Within expansion that they're making, it's not really worth the money. Like if you look at the expansion that just came, well, not that just came out, but a year and a half ago, the expansion that's currently out for World of Warcraft, Dragon Quest. Why am I bluffing? Why am I Dragon Riders? Wow, Dragonflight. There we go. I feel stupid. So, Dragonflight, WoW's latest expansion, added talent trees back into the game, but they revamped them entirely from how they used to be. And so it was actually really cool what they did. And you know how talent trees are, right? You have 3 separate trees for each class, and you pick which one you want to specialize in,
Yo,
right? And so they put that back into the game, and it was pretty cool. Like it was actually really cool, this expansion, the talent trees. And the next expansion coming out, instead of doing something cool like that again, I think they did. I remember seeing it. I have to look at it again, but no new, nothing new with the talent trees really. Obviously, there's going to be like changes, but nothing of mention that was really big. They're adding a few new dungeons, obviously, because there's going to be all the new story content, so there's going to be new raids and all that. But there's no new like feature to the game that is like, wow, yo, like I gotta play
yeah,
this
like
game, you know?
a new. When's the last time they added a new feature that was actually like, oh shit, new gameplay added to the game?
The masteries, I guess. Well, so they added for the Dragonflight expansion, they added dragon riding, which was like, you know how WoW you can ride a mount and you can like fly through the
Hmm.
air. They for Dragonflight they made it so you can get these dragons where you actually have to control your flying in a certain way and you could fly faster. And you can do if you remember like Spyro the Dragon where you would do training courses where you go through like the
Hmm.
hoops and you had to go through the hoops within a certain amount of time. You can complete like those kind of trials to get faster. And if you got like the fastest time, It went like silver, gold, platinum. If you got the platinum, that was like the most skill you can get for that course, and you got a little bit faster. Then you go to another course. If you get platinum on that one, now your dragon's a little bit faster. You know what I
That's
mean?
like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, that was all pretty cool. And then if you ask me what's in the new expansion, I looked, I think a week ago, what was in it, and I already forgot. Like nothing. I was like, holy shit.
And when was the
I don't
last
know.
one before this one?
That actually had cool stuff. Probably Legion. Um, which was like 3 expansions ago now, 4 expansions ago.
How does it work? One a year? Like they do like two a year?
One every other year, so 2 years.
Oh, it takes them 2 years to come out with one.
Yeah, well, because when they come out with the first one, like when they come out with an expansion towards the end of summer, October, November area, the game comes out. The first raid's not out yet. Everyone plays through the story content, gets to max level, tries some of the dungeons, right? And then a few months later, like maybe 2-ish months in, I don't know. I don't think it's 3 months. I think it's about 2 months in. That's when, by the time everyone's completed the story and started getting like the dungeon gear at the end of the game, that's when they come out with the first raid. Everyone does the first raid. There's no new raid for like the next 6 months, and then they come out the next raid, and then 2 years later, when the next expansion comes out, by then there's been like 4 raids in that expansion and fucking 20 dungeons or whatever it is.
Okay. And it's like a full on story, like it's like a 50-hour story, or is it like kind of short?
I don't know. It depends. I didn't really play Dragonflight. I got like 3 levels in and got bored. But I played the one before that, um,
Mm-hmm.
Shadowlands. I hit the max level in maybe 10 hours of playing.
No, all right. That's like a deal.
But that's not really like. I mean, at this point, I'm not. I'm not even mad about that. Like getting through the whole story, skipping cutscenes, like skipping quest dialogue and stuff like that. Like, sure, 10 hours is fine. And then the game starts at the end game, right? When you start grinding for like your end game gear and stuff like that. But I got so fucking bored, man.
Like how many times can you reskin a fucking skin from 2005?
Yeah. Well, the other thing is I like playing with people, and in WoW Classic when that came out, you were forced to have to play with people, and you saw even if you didn't want to play with people, at least you always saw people around you, and that's why I like MMOs, right? I like seeing other players around me
Kind
in
of
the
what
game.
Diablo tried to do.
If you, yeah, exactly. But if you play WoW now, you can go through the whole game without seeing a soul.
Yeah, they took the life out of it.
Yeah, that's what it feels like for me, and I just get
And that
fucking
was like
bored. Also, like, yeah, well, the whole cosmetic thing with WoW pisses me off. That you can, first of all, the game's $15 a month subscription. The fact that it has a cosmetic shop already gives me a migraine. But I miss the good old days of like when you wanted cool gear, you had to grind for it, and then you just chill in town and AFK from your computer with your cool gear so everyone could stare at
yeah,
you.
facts. That's the whole point of playing the game is to do that.
Yeah, but now someone could just spend fucking $20 and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, now it's $100, and then next week there's another one.
Yeah. Which brings me to the next thing I want to talk to you about because I fucking love this game is Elden Ring.
So when is it coming out?
When is this DLC coming out? June 21st. And would you believe that the collector's edition doesn't come with a PDF of the art book? It comes with a hardcover of the art book.
So I don't know. Like, is it like a whole new thing, or is it just like a?
No, it's just going to be an expansion. Let's see. There's going to be digital art book and shirt tree. There's obviously going to be more star content to it, so more bosses and stuff like that, and new items. But yeah, I mean that's about it.
I was gonna say, are they gonna add to the map or no?
I think they're going to add to the map. Now, and the cool part is like the game director already came out and said, yeah, we're not coming out with another expansion.
Yeah,
This
I
is it,
heard.
just this
Yeah, I
one.
saw that.
And I believe them. Like that's dope. I love when game directors come out and say that. Like, yeah, you bought the game. You don't have to spend $1 million more because we're gonna give you a full game. Here you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's what, 2 years ago since the game's been out, right?
Yeah, but this is how you do a DLC, right? Like, okay, I bought the base game for $60, and I got well more than a $60 worth of game, right? Like obviously, Elden Ring was Game of the Year for the reason. I would even say it's in the top 5 greatest games of all time. It was a great game, and it was $60. And I've never been against DLC except for when like companies like Ubisoft, fucking Infinity Ward, and EA all come out with fucking ways to be super predatory, where like they give you an unfinished game and then they want you to buy a day one DLC. I'm still not over that with Star
Day
Wars.
one, baby, let's get it.
But Elden Ring comes out with a DLC 2 years later after giving you a full game and then saying, hey, here's one DLC, it's all we're gonna do, it's $40 and you get all this content. I love that. Like that's how it should have been done.
That's how it used to be done.
That is how it used to be done. Who was the first one to really do DLC? It was COD, wasn't it?
Red Dead did like the coolest with the undead, with the zombie one.
That one was really cool, but who did it? Who did DLC first? Was it COD 4?
It's definitely one of the first ones, but I feel like the Red Dead one was the first one to like actually like be a success to where people actually went out their way to buy it. Instead of like COD 4, which was like, all right, 4 maps, but like it's whatever.
Yeah, I remember when it was just 4
Yeah, just
maps.
fuck
Yeah,
it, the 4.
that was
You know
dope.
what's crazy is I don't even know if I've even played all those those maps before. I
No,
think I've only played like the one with the computer rooms in it, and I don't remember the other ones. So I don't know, maybe I have, but yeah, for sure. Like, and then GTA did really cool ones. Like GTA 4 had like the Ballad of Gay Tony, and then they have like I can't remember the names of the other ones. But those are like
I
full
mean,
on stories, and then like within the story, those characters, and then like it was like a whole
yeah,
side thing.
I've never been against DLC. I've just hated when companies use it as an excuse to give you an unfinished game and then just add more content and pay and make you
Yeah,
pay
but the
for it.
whole thing is about DLC is it's after you got a game, and then they added to the game. It wasn't, oh, we're gonna make the game and be like, all right, we're gonna cut this off until you pay for it, and then you can access it. That's like not a DLC. That's not DLC. That's a different thing.
That's artificially
That's
locking me
just
from
robbing
content.
me.
Yeah, seriously. Well, I say the same about microtransactions because, like, think about League. Buying skins is perfectly fine. It's a free to play game, right? So, like, I would say League did free to play right.
No, it's not pay to win.
But that's also, well, you can't really do pay to win in a competitive game, right? Like League and Valorant. Because if you could, then it wouldn't really have a competitive
No, yeah, of
scene.
course.
Another example, I'll give you two perfect examples. Diablo 4 pisses me off. Why am I spending $70 on a game? And then listen, I don't care if there's a microtransaction shop personally, but they throw it in your face. It's in your fucking face every time you
It's
open
an
the game.
ad.
It's like an ad. I feel like I'm playing a fucking mobile game.
They don't care.
It's
That's
so
a
annoying.
shame.
But then I go on the other ARPG, Last Epoch, and they have a cash shop too. But you know what? I had to look for it.
Yeah.
It wasn't thrown in my face. I had to actually look for it because I remember thinking to myself, I was like, "Oh yeah, they have a microtransaction shop. What's in here?" And I'm looking for it. I'm like, "Where is it?" And then I thought about it for a second. I was like, "Wow, I had to actually look for it. What nice fucking game does."
They make you look for your season rewards before you get to see the one you have to pay for before you see your in season ones. And you're just like, yo, this is crazy.
Bro, have you seen? And I remember before I even saw this YouTube video, I remember being super pissed because when the first season for Diablo started, I had the deluxe edition of the game. So I had the battle pass, like the deluxe battle pass thing for
Hmm.
free. So as soon as you go into the battle pass area, remember how you have to activate your battle pass? You have to press the
Yeah.
button. So you're on like the free tier of the battle pass, but if you want to use the paid battle pass, you have to activate it,
Yeah.
right? And I didn't want to activate it, but the activate battle pass button was like right next to another button that I wanted to click. And when you press it, it activates the battle pass. No yes or no check mark to say are you sure? And then that's it. You can't
Yeah, I
undo it.
remember that when the game dropped. Apparently they fixed that, but I don't believe them.
And they can get the fuck out of here. I'm so over it,
That,
man. Fucking Blizzard just pisses me off
that's
now.
fucking funny. Because Guess who I bumped into today? I saw El Bennington and Maximus.
Where'd you see them?
I was walking back to my house, and he was literally walking outside his house, and I was like, "Oh, well, look who it is."
He's still on his league flow.
Yeah, man. He was like, I was like, "Yo, what's up with this league?" And he's like, "Yeah, yo, I'm still on it." But Max was like, "Yo, I'll be playing hardcore Diablo." I was like,
No, he's
I was
not.
like, "All right,
Max is
respect."
so Max went from SOTOR to Diablo. Oh my
Yeah, I was
god.
like, so is this new season like, alright? He's like, he thought he was like, it was pretty good. I was like, I don't know.
Dude, everyone was shitting on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I played season
I don't know.
one
I'm waiting for the
and
next
I
season.
played for like, I guess like level 20 or something. I was like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for season
I'm
4.
bored.
Everyone said there's a lot of promises for season 4, and we'll see what happens. Because the thing is with Diablo that pisses me off is the game mechanics feel good, and it doesn't feel like the whole game has to be torn down and rebuilt to be good. It just needs to be fun. They need to make the fucking dungeon bosses not suck cock, and they need to make the item sets better.
They just need to revamp the whole game. It's just straight ass cheeks.
It's just not fun right now.
Yeah, it's just the game's basically making you do things that you don't want to do, and it's just like a chore.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like a
Yeah, it's
chore.
just like
You know what's funny? Blizzard does that with a lot of their games. They do that with WoW too. I don't know how it is now,
they just
but
want you to keep
at
playing the game, and it's like, yo, like
player retention, yeah, they
respect my
focus more
time.
on
They don't
player
respect
retention
your
than anything
time. They don't
else.
care.
And the thing is, you get FOMO because if like you miss a week and you don't get those weekly rewards, it's like
Yeah,
fuck,
but
I
it's
gotta go
like,
log in and
what
play.
fucking reward you getting from Diablo 4 that you want?
At this point,
The
nothing,
fuck? No, you got to spend that $30 on that
nothing.
fucking mount on the side of your horse.
$30, try 80.
Nah, it's so crazy. Just want to look at it right now and start that shit up just to see. I'm sure they got some ooga mooga booga fucking spooky horse that's like $300.
Bro, they're paying psychologists more than the game devs. For real. For real. They got psychologists putting that shit right in the perfect eye line sight
Oh,
and
it's
using the
crazy.
right words to make you want
It's
to
so
buy it.
annoying.
It's predatory marketing at its finest.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's really for those like 10,000 whales that will just buy everything.
Yeah, that's what's going to make them all the money.
It's just- Can I just? I just want to fit all my gems in a thing. That'd be like cool. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't take.
Oh, you can
It
now.
shouldn't take
You
six
can now.
seasons though to add that.
Ah,
Like what the fuck? The
I
game came out
know.
what 2 years ago? Oh no, maybe last year, right?
Last June
Damn, so
2023.
it's not even a year. It's felt like 2 years since this game come out, but it shouldn't take a year to add that, bro. Like,
No, that pissed me off too. Why did Gems not? First of all, Gems had their own tab in Diablo 3, I'm pretty sure towards the
yeah,
end.
I
I don't
don't think they
remember. Was that on Immortal or different? Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I might be thinking of a different game, but I know there was a game where your gems had a separate stash, and that made sense. Doesn't that just make sense in your head?
in your head when you play the fucking game and you're like, dude, I just wasted how much space on fucking gems. Like, what the fuck are
Yes.
we doing? I just went back to
Why did
town.
it take 3 seasons, or maybe 2 seasons? Why did it take 2 seasons to get that?
Bro,
Two
they were
seasons
on
is
their
six
first
months. Why couldn't they
campfire.
do it
They're
in a
acting like
week?
this shit is like changing the whole code of the game.
Don't even get me started. When they have those campfire chats,
Shit is crazy.
dude, every time there's a new campfire chat, I'm like, yeah, I'm over this.
I stopped.
I remember there was one campfire chat. Was it a campfire chat or a tweet when they were saying that like, oh, everyone's stash tab is in your stash tab, and that's why they couldn't. What was it? Even though you can only see your own stash tab, your computer still had the other players' stash tabs.
I don't know. I checked
Ah,
out after like 3 months, two
ah,
months. They had me for a second,
oh, I'm getting a headache.
but that shit was ass, bro.
You know what it reminds me of how stupid it is? Do you remember I think it was Xbox that was trying to pull a fast one when they said you couldn't trade your games with your friends, they couldn't
Yeah.
borrow your games, right? And PlayStation came out with that commercial where they were like, how to borrow a game. Here you
They
go.
literally fast tracked like how to just like lose all the equity of people wanting to play your console. They fucking threw it away. They just threw it away in 2 minutes. They did
I'll
everything
never
wrong.
forget
They
when they
did
did
that, and then
the
they were like, "Yeah, you have to pay that money for the Connect 2 that you don't want. Yeah, you're gonna like it, and you're gonna fucking pay for it."
when they had the
It
bundle
took
with the
them like
Connect.
2 years to do a bundle without it. It took them forever. Hold on.
Xbox record
That shit.
that.
Whew. Yeah, man.
Oh my
It's you
god.
know what's really funny?
But
Like fucking
yep.
Kai Cenat's playing that shit right now. He's playing the Connect Wii Sports. I'm like, yo, no way. No fucking way. You know what's funny too? Is I was gonna text you. I found my Connect. I have it. I was gonna be like, yo, I got a webcam.
No, you
I still
didn't.
have it.
Oh my
But I
god.
was like,
Oh, you know what I wanted to ask
what?
you about?
No,
Oh my
no, go.
bad. Keep
No,
going.
go. I was gonna.
I was gonna ask you about because you brought it up earlier. You've been listening to Drake's diss with Kendrick,
Yo, come on, son.
bro.
What's up?
Have you
What's
actually
up with
heard it?
this?
Because I actually heard Drake had
What's
some
up with the six
bars.
god, dog?
I don't know. Did you hear it?
What? Which one?
Both. You heard Drake's and
Of
Kendrick's or no?
course, of course.
Whose was better?
Bro's you gonna drop and give me 50 or what, dog?
I don't know. I want to say Kendrick's.
Of course Kendrick's better, dog. He fucking eviscerated him for fucking 6 minutes, three different
Yeah.
beats. Still was
Woo!
oof.
I actually heard Drake had a little bit going on though.
Yo, Aubrey's best line was I can't remember it for verbatim, but it was like, yo, you can't be hard and be a size 7. That was the best line. I was like, all right, you got that one. But
Athena's not going to be too happy to hear Drake got dissed.
well, Drake's been too busy collecting all the fucking Infinity Stones from every fucking rapper so he can still be clouded. So everyone in the industry hates him. So now everyone's starting to beef with him basically. So basically like
Really?
yeah, it's like a whole shabattle. It's literally like Endgame Avengers. It's really funny. Because he basically just
Well,
fucks every rapper's baby moms and then just goes about his day. Just does like the most like
mhm.
pettiest, grimiest shit. So everyone's just been waiting for the fucking day to fucking hit him over the head.
I love it. I absolutely
You
love
didn't
it.
hear Rick Ross's diss?
Rick Ross dissed him
What?
too?
What? He had the
Wait,
best. He might have
so
had the
how many
best diss track out of all of them. What?
how
BBL
many people
Drizzy?
dissed Drake?
What? Oh, so there's a lot of people.
You gotta be careful, Devin. I'm in Canada now, man. You know this is
I know.
we're trying to change your
I
territory
know,
here.
yo. You don't want to play, yo. They got them shooters over there in
Am I gonna have to
Hamilton.
step by Drake's house and ask him if he's
Brody
okay?
gonna be all right over there, right, fam? All right, dog.
Mm. Are you familiar with a rapper called TJ or
What little TJ or TJX6?
yeah, little TJ,
Yeah.
little
What about
TJ.
what about it?
I don't know.
What do you know about little
That's what
TJ? I'm surprised you even know who that is. I'm like, how does he know who little TJ is? What's going on?
no, you know what? You're gonna have to tell me because I don't know. You're
I
gonna
don't
have to
know
tell
why
me.
you like little TJ's like
One of these young bucks mentioned him today, and I was like, "Who the
little
fuck is
TJ's
that?"
booty cheeks, son. Shit is straight ass. Usually, I mean, he's like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you've been really keeping up with like the rap stuff like in the last couple years, but yeah.
Definitely not.
So like, if you just be like, what is going on? It's like totally different. Like, 'cause I was gonna say it's kind of like Little Baby, but I don't even know if you know who that is.
Bro, I'm lost. You're speaking Chinese to me.
Damn, I'm trying to think who could. Yeah, nah, you wouldn't know. He's done. I think he's done. Hold on. I think he's done a song with Drake. Let's see. Come on, you don't know. Come on,
I don't even know that
you don't
many
know who
Drake
Sexy
songs.
Red is?
Drake's last two albums were booty cheeks.
Joe, you're telling me. Come on, you didn't fuck with the 21 Savage album, dog. Come on now.
No, 21 Savage pisses me
Yo,
off.
you a 21 hater? What's up with that?
I am a 21
Yeah,
hater.
you want to ship him back to London?
Is that where he's
Yeah.
from? London, Europe,
Mm-hmm.
London? That's where 21
He
Savage is
almost
from?
got deported a couple years ago, yeah. And Jay-Z had to go save him.
That's cute. Oh my
Yeah, man.
god.
The six guys under attack, bro. It's crazy in these streets. So now we're waiting on the Drake response from that last track that Kendrick just dropped. So
Okay, okay. Well, I mean, I've always thought Kendrick was a really good lyricist.
yeah, he's like one of those rap dudes who's just like old school, like has actually a saying, and it's not just to like write something that's cool when you're drunk at 2 in the morning. He actually
100%.
has like purpose in his words and stuff, so it's cool.
Oh, man. Oh, that's the last thing I wanted to talk to you about because I thought this was funny. Have you heard of a game called Stellar Blade?
Uh,
Google it. Just Google it. I won't even say less. Just Google it.
oh, I think you told me about this, like, but I think yeah, kind of like
So yeah,
Bayonetta.
obviously it's like Bayonetta. You see the chick on the cover, right?
What about her? She got nice titties.
So
What else?
now the game is great.
The question is there a motorboat combo? That's the real question.
Is there a
Fucking decapitate some heads with that shit. That'd be fucking lit.
I mean, that's the game people were trying to boycott. Not that gaming boycotts ever work because they said
Bro,
that
can, can
she's a
you
female
can you
main
like
character with
choke
unrealistic
can you
body
choke somebody
standards.
to death with those hair physics? Those hair physics are fucking lit.
If you watch gameplay, the game actually looks really
Yeah,
cool. The
I
game looks
mean, yo, this
smooth.
chick got a BBL. I don't know any Asian chick that got a fatty like that. That's crazy. Let's keep it for real. Let's keep it a buck.
No, it for real though. The game looks
It's
fire.
cool. I mean, I don't think I would ever play it, but it's definitely cool. Like if you're into that style of game. So I guess it just came out.
Yeah, it's a hack and slash. It just came out. IGN gave it a 7 out of 10. They said it had like a lackluster story or something like that. Which I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I wish I had a PlayStation 5 because I would play it.
Yeah, so
But like
but
the whole thing that bothered me with it, with that situation, and I keep saying this all the time, is that just let a game be a game. Why does it have to be anything more?
I mean, who the fuck is playing that game for the story? Yo, I gotta play the story to this shit.
For sure. But let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. No one paid $60 just because she's hot. Listen, let me hear me out. If the game is good, it'll sell well and people will play it. Because check it out. If she's hot and the game sucks, no one's gonna play it.
When does being hot correlate to game sales?
That's my point. That's my point. Right?
What was the volleyball game? I can't remember the fucking name of it.
There was a
You don't remember the volleyball game with all the anime chicks that fucking just straight titties? I forget
yes,
the name of it.
yes.
Oh,
I forgot the name of it too. But just
I
like
mean that's like the OG of all that shit, and that game was go pick it up in a blockbuster near you. Like
Blockbuster.
that's
Oh
where I
my
used to see
god.
it every time I go there. You would just
Oh
see
my
that shit, and I
god.
was like, yo, what the fuck is this?
But they did the same thing with Hogwarts, where they didn't want people to play Hogwarts because of J.K. Rowling. But it was a good game.
But did she made the game? Okay,
No,
it's like
exactly.
yo.
Exactly. But you see that. But you break these arguments in 2 seconds, right? That's why these gamer boycotts don't work because it doesn't make any
Yeah, but the
sense.
thing is mm, a lot of things that people like, it's just a contradiction because there's a lot of people that do a lot of shitty things and you fucking love them or you like what they do.
Well, a perfect example is like, okay, the person who's complaining about Hogwarts and how shitty J.K. Rowling is or whatever, they're tweeting that from their device that was mined from a kid in Africa.
Straight up.
So
Like,
like,
what are we talking about?
what hill do we want to die
Bruh,
on
it's
here?
just like so funny. It's just like, yo, like all these people are going crazy over the dumbest things instead of like, yo, you're getting robbed blindly in front of
Oh
you. And you don't have a problem with that.
yeah, which I don't care about any of that stuff, but I just find it annoying like when they bring it into gaming because people play gaming to get away from that stuff. So why are you bringing that in here?
Because it's in everything, dude. And then just now, it's just more magnified because everyone has a phone. So it's like you can't just
100%.
like play a game and then go on a forum and be like, oh, talk shit
I
and
know.
be like done with it. And
It makes me want to go back to single player games or to like those really tight knit.
supposed that's
Uh,
the issue. Single player games are the best, but they don't exist anymore, except for Elden
say
Ring
that
and
you.
like the
I don't know. I'm looking at Kingdom Hearts, baby. I'm looking at Kingdom Hearts right here.
true. I mean, I don't know. They're just too grimy the way they do shit. I just hate the way they go about stuff. They just wring their fans dry so hard. They be
I
milking it.
know.
It's like, but yeah,
Oh my god, it's 1:15 in the morning. We killed it. We got it done, broski.
yeah.
We got it done. We have an hour of Opus clips free I think it's every week. So expires in 30 days. Oh, it's only all right, so we'll figure out what we can do. Uh we'll end it here. Broski, I love you.
Dude, have fun. Have a safe trip. Tell Barbara
Thank you,
I
thank you.